on to round 8 of the LBRacing series here for the Porsche Cup to start us off at the amazing Marina circuit. Normally one that we do as the last race of the season, but it's in the middle of the calendar this time around, and we are here, and I do absolutely love this. Absolutely love it, and I'm back. I'm feeling a lot better after obviously no live stream last week and then having to redo it on Friday. So yeah, feeling a lot better, ready and raring to go. And we have got a lot of Porsche action to bring you to start with. Don't forget to hit the like button on the stream to get all things kicked off and going. Obviously, we do try and aim for 20 likes on the stream every week. And I know a lot more of you tune in and watch them every week, so if you can, just hit that like button and get the likes in. Let's have a look at where we are with the Porsche Cup at the moment and see who is at the top spot with only this round and then another 2 to go after this. So, bottom half of the table, so we've got Corky there in 15th, with Stuck on the Grid in 14th. Wacky in 13th. Stead moving up the table. He's on an absolute streak of good results there in 12th. He's been getting one place better off. The next stage up is a podium for him, so can he do it here tonight at Marina? Then we've got Temp in 11th. Then we've got Lee in 10th place. Stewboy in 9th. And then top half of the table, we've got Beefy in 8th. Race Lord in 7th. Sprinkler in 6th place. Only a point behind Johnny in 5th. He's only 2 points behind Watsy in 4th. And then we've got a bit of a jump up to Nigel Mansell, who is unfortunately away for his birthday. So happy birthday, Nigel, if you're here along watching. He said he would come and join me on the stream. So happy birthday, Nigel. If everyone that's watching could just chuck a happy birthday up in the comments for Mr. Nigel Mansell. Then we've got Alex then in 2nd. Deluxe winning the championship by 4 points after his win last week at Zuka. So very, very close at the top. Top 3, it's really anyone's game. And then there's a battle for 4th, it looks, after that. But there's still enough points up for grabs that I think anyone can really take the points here. Let's give these guys a ready up, because we're ready to get the action underway. Really? Yeah, love it. Sandancer there, happy birthday, and then a snail emoji. We've got Beefy in there saying good evening all. Good luck, Beefy. Obviously, I watched it from Beefy's point of view last week on his stream, so it's great to just, whilst I was ill, sit back and watch it from a different perspective. Sandancer also saying hello, hope all is well with everyone. So this is going to be an interesting qualifying session to find out who's got the pace here in the Porsche Cup. Some very quick drivers in the Porsche Cup, so it's anyone's game really with that. So let's just give them all a couple more seconds to ready up, and then we will get qualifying underway. So for anyone that's new to the series, it's a 5-minute qualifier followed by a 15-minute race. Flat out, no pit stops, no tyre wear. It is a sprint to the finish, and the fastest guy takes it. So let's get the qualifier underway. And we'll see what these guys can do. So these guys really probably get in 2, maybe they might be approaching 3 laps, to be fair. Just depends on how quickly they get on that. Let's jump on board. Who's going to put us on board with? Let's put us on board with Sprinkler. Revving his car to try and get up the pits, and does get. Looks like he's going to get out in 3rd place. Should be good for him. Not too many cars in front. Love the pit exit here as Marina underneath the track and then appearing back up on the other side. Nice blue skies here in the United Arab Emirates. The Sprinkler has got a company beside him a little bit now as he comes up the pits, but then it all spreads out a little bit. So guys just need to create a little bit of a gap, a little bit of room for themselves. And looks like Stead is just leaving the pits as well, so he'll be the last one out of the pits. So we do... Oh, sprinkler. Yeah, that's only one way times. Get a bit of Tokyo Drift on. So we've got a bit of an update to bring you all, but we will bring next week. We will release the full details of it, but it's the next in a long line of charity races that we are bringing you here at the LBRacing series. So tune in next week to find out the full details of that. We're just finalising a couple of little details, a little couple of nuggets to put into place, and then we will have that all in place for you to bring you next week, with sign up opening up for that. But that's going to be another belter and another great cause. And then we'll be bringing the big one later on in the year. At the end of the year, we will bring the big one at the end of the year. So Sprinkler is going to get us out and underway here. He's the first one, not the first one, sorry, Alex is the first one on track, so there's Alex. So we'll stay on board with Alex and see what Alex can do on this qualifying lap. See what his split through the first sector is. He goes through and does a 24.709. Let's see what Sprinkler does through that sector. 24.655, so he's 6 steps down on what Alex is doing currently. Alex is blaring on the back straight. And as you can see, the straight is wide to begin with, and then all of a sudden it gets narrow when you get down to this part of the track. You lose a lane into the braking zone, so you go from being in the middle of the track to up against this curb. You just want to get the car slowed down. You can jump over that first obstacle, and then you can jump the second like he does. Then it's just about getting the traction, which he does slide a little bit out of there. Let's see how Sprinkler gets himself out of there. A little bit of four-wheel drift there from Sprinkler on his lap. Let's see what Stewboy can do. Stewboy a lot more planted and in the corner. Jumping back to Alex, he does a 1 minute 12.811 through that sector. Let's see what Sprinkler's split through them is. 12.796, and then Stewboy 12.4. So Stewboy on a faster lap than Sprinkler at the moment, but Alex is fastest of them all into the infield section. This is where it gets nice and tight. You can lose a lot of time on these two corners, so you want to keep it clean and keep it out the barrier here on the exit, which Alex does. Now he'll be bringing it on round. Now we've only got one more decision to make, and that's where to brake here for the last corner. Tucks it in nicely. And across the line he does a 155.213. Sprinkler crosses the line. 155.643. Stewboy crosses the line, and he goes pole 55.1. Once he then crosses the line, he goes in front of, and then Wacky goes into 5th. Corky's going to cross the line. Let's see what Corky can do. As Johnny crosses the line, Corky goes into 7th. Then we get, where is Stead? Stead's just coming round now, and said he's been improving each week. See what Stead can do. He crosses the line, he goes up into 8th. Stuck on the grid is coming around now. Let's see what Stuck can do. As he goes very wide, all the track limits and a bit more, and he goes second. And here comes Lee. Let's see what Lee can do. He's the next one to set a flying lap. And here he comes, last corner to negate for Lee. As he crosses the line, goes up into 6th place. So at the moment, Watsy on pole, stuck on the grid 2nd, Stewboy 3rd. Can Deluxe spoil the Academy party at the front? As he punches it to the line, and he only goes 10th. So, at the moment, we want to see, there is Sprinkler, he's on his next lap, but where is Alex? He's going to be the next one to cross the line. So here comes Alex. He'll cross the line. Can he improve and get himself higher up on the order? Does. Goes pole by over 0.3 of a second. Can Sprinkler do it? The checkered flag is out. These are the next laps that will count here. Can Sprinkler improve? Doesn't improve. Can anyone improve? We've got Stupid does improve, but doesn't go any higher. He stays in 4th place. So it's Alex on pole at the moment. He's on his slowdown lap. Let's have a look at someone across the line. Wacky goes up to 7th. Good luck for Johnny is now down in 9th as Lee has jumped up there. He's in 7th. He's not going any faster. Beefy's gone up to 6th. So good job from Beefy there. Stead has improved and he's gone up to 9th place. So the only one left, I believe, is Delox. Let's look for Delox. He's not improving. He's on a slow lap. So championship leader is down in 11th place. It looks like pole is going to go to Alex. 2nd will be Watsy. 3rd stuck on the grid. He has gone over with 2:09. So he's not improved. Stewboy in 4th. Wow. Ooh, to qualifier, that was. So there are the results. Alex on pole, 54.311. Watsy in 2nd, stuck on the grid in 3rd, with Stewboy 4th, Sprinkler in 5th, with Beefy in 6th, Lee in 7th, Wacky in 8th, with Stead there in 9th, very close between Lee, Wacky and Stead. Johnny in 10th, Delox down in 11th place for Delox, and Corky in 12th. What can Delox do from all the way back there? Good luck, everyone, with the thumbs up emoji we've got in there. So everyone that is watching, please hit that like button. There's a lot more of you watching that have hit the like button on the stream, so if you can, please hit the like button. It does a massive help to us in getting these streams pushed out there. But a really good result there for Alex, and also then the Academy esports team getting the 2nd, 3rd and 4th. They'd be very happy with those results. Let's give everyone a ready up, and then we can get some Porsche Cup action underway. Get those likes in whilst you can. Also, let me know who you're here watching, who you're here supporting. Who do you think is going to take the win here? Alex is in a great position. Delox, the championship leader, not in a good position at all. Down in 11th. Does he have the pace to get himself up that grid and get himself as high as he possibly can? That's going to be the interesting one, is can Delox recover something from this? Because he needs, Alex is not too far away in the championship at all. So can he recover the night as such and get himself up there as far as he can and score himself as many points as possible? So we will see what he can do. He's going to have to make up some places at the start. Let's get this one underway here for round 8 of the Porsche Cup here at Marina. Who do we think is going to take it here tonight? As Whacking said this in the chat, it was so close between those two in qualifying. Let's get it underway. It's going to be Alex that's going to lead everyone out from the standing start. Obviously, remember, false start is in place, so the guys can't jump the start. Got to keep an eye on it, make sure none of those Porsches move forward. We've got the lights. We've got 3 lights. We've got 4 lights, 5 lights, and away we go. Nobody jumped the start. Wacky getting a good start there in the background in 8th place, but it looks like everyone coming through into turn 1. We're going to get some action between the Academy Esports drivers as they come on through. Sprinkler running a bit wide there, stuck on the grid now, battling it out with Lee. Lee's had a really good start in 5th place now for Lee. He's had a quality start. Sprinkler dropping down the action there, so he didn't get off to a good start, but Lee is moving up places. He looks like the one that's made a good start early on. Looks like he's going for an outside move here. Stuck on the grid will recover that well. Beefy now getting past Lee, and Beefy up into 5th place. A good move from Beefy. Looks like everyone is getting away well here. It looks like it might be Delox that's furthest back, but at the moment it's this man in the lead. He's got a 0.7 of a second lead there over Stuboy in second place. So Stuboy up to second. He'll be loving this. He's overtaken Watsy, who's done third, Stuck done fourth, but he's going side by side now with Beefy. Beefy will be put onto the outside for the hairpin corner that's coming up, which is not a great corner. Looks like, oh, Beefy with the cutback up into fourth place. A good move there from Beefy. Last week's overtake of the week going to Beefy and getting the move done there. He is, and then Stuck on the Grid in fifth. Lee is in sixth now, as Johnny for Company in seventh, with Stead in eighth. Corky's up to ninth, so he's had a good start. Lucky's down in 10th, so he's now up to 9th, sorry. So he's had an okay, so he's lost position as Wacky. Corky down in 10th, then it's Sprinkler down in 11th, so he's had a horrible start, and D-Lux all the way down in 12th. Don't know what's going on with D-Lux's car. It looks like it's potentially not working properly. It's very slow. But it is Alex out in the lead at the moment. He's 1.1 seconds in the lead over Stuboy in second place. Mario is now in the chat. Hello Mario, how are you? There we go, Stuboy in second. Fighting off Watsy in third and Stuck on the Grid in fourth. So it looks like it's Academy Esports 2, 3, 4 at the moment. And Beefy looking to be the one to get in amongst them and get himself past Stuck on the Grid. We saw him do it earlier in the lap. So it's going to be interesting to see what Beefy can do here into the braking zone. As we get a little bit of a fight in front there between Watsy and Stuboy. Looks like Watsy's going to be potentially going for a move on Stuboy. Academy Esports are on fire, yes they are, and we're going to watch Watsy looking for a move here on Stuboy. Stuck on the Grid, one in wide in the background. Looks like that's going to give Beefy the opportunity to get back up the inside, which it does, but Stuck on the Grid will have the inside line to the next corner, which he does, and carries on in fourth place. So Stuck is being like the rear gunner here, protecting the guys in front from Beefy. Look at that. Grouping, it's getting closer and closer and closer. So Sprinkler getting right onto the pack there as well. But all Stuck on the Grid hits a wall. I think Beefy did as well. Looks like they don't have damage. Let's check Beefy's car. Beefy has damage. Beefy has got front end damage. Now, obviously, this is a sprint event, so the damage will clear eventually. Look at that Stuck on the Grid going really wide down on the corner. Beefy's going to be slow in a straight line because he's got that front aero damage and front wheel damage from that contact with the wall. But staying with Stuck on the Grid, that damage will clear in a minute. There's Lee in sixth. He's hanging on to the back of this fight as well. And we've got Johnny there in eighth. Now, Johnny is leading a train that consists of Stead and Wacky. Wacky has a half-second penalty to serve, which will be later on in this lap. Looks like he might be looking for a move up the inside. Gets his car positioned well. There's a bit of contact, but they both carry on. And he'll just slot in behind Stead there. There's Sprinkler catching up to the back of this group. Corky then in 11th place with D-Lux miles back. So I don't know what is going on with D-Lux. And his car broken, but he is carrying on. So there's Alex in the lead at the moment as we do get a move further back. Let's have a look, and it is Beefy now in fourth. He's got past Stuck. And he's getting really close to the back of the podium runners. These two fighting in front is letting Beefy get up into it. Alex has got the fastest lap at the moment, 772. And there he is, Beefy's up into third. He's done it. He's up into third place. Now he's just got another Academy Esports team to go for. And then he'll be in second. So, did a little bit of practice running yesterday with Beefy, and he was very quick. With me and Sandancer, he was running with, and he was right onto the back of us too as the race went on. And look at this, he's going to be looking for a move here on Stuboy. Look at that stop on the grid. He loves that line going out wide. I don't think he's doing much for him. As he gets past Watsy. Battle between teammates. That's stuck on the grid up to 4th. But Beefy is the one at the moment that's making the charge through the Academy Esports drivers. Look at this, these 4 are so close together. Now stuck on the grid. It's going to have a look out the back of Beefy. Beefy will cover this up the inside though. Covers off at the inside. Now he just needs to get himself a nice exit. Good traction out this corner is key. Now stuck on the grid is closer to Beefy than what Beefy is to Stewboy, but Stewboy doesn't have the toe in front. This is crucial. Lee is really close as well to this battle, and then you've got Johnny not too far behind it as well. It's all about the braking zone here. As Watsy comes on the inside, he gets a move done, and Watsy then gets himself up a position momentarily, but Stuck fights it back, and that's lost him a little bit of time to Beefy. That's given Beefy over a second advantage in front, so that's crucial for the slipstream. Beefy can now concentrate on Stewboy. He's in a podium position. Can he make that one better and get himself up into second? So it's still stuck on the grid in 4th at the moment, with Watsy in 5th. And then Lee there in 6th. Johnny's in 7th with Stead in 8th. Now Stead is under pressure from Sprinkler, now in 9th. Wacky in 10th place. Corky then in 11th, and then the broken car of D-Locks in 12th place. Alex in the lead at the moment. He's got 4.5 seconds in front of Stewboy, who's then only got 3.5 temps. Back to Beefy in 3rd. Beefy having a great race at the moment. So all of the Academy Esports drivers as well. Right on the back of Stewboy. Is he going to have a look into the move when Max Verstappen done it on Lewis Hamilton? He's looking to the outside. Now, is he going to think about cutting this one back? No, he gets in front. He's looking to go all the way around the outside. He's going to get really good traction here. And he does. He is closing on up. On Stewboy is Beefy. Now, stuck on the grid is back within that slipstream range. So he'll get some. Look at the shit. Look on that street. Look how close they all are. Everyone all the way back as far as Wacky is so close together. Now, are these guys potentially going to catch up to D-Locks? That's going to be the interesting thing. What's going on with D-Locks' car? But it is going to be interesting to see what they do. Now, if you are enjoying the action here, please give it a like on the channel. Let me know who you're here supporting. Who do you think should get driver of the day in this race? Chuck it up in the comments. Let me know who you think should. So at the moment, Alex in the lead. Beefy all over the back of Stewboy. Stewboy in 2nd. Beefy 3rd. Stuck on grid 4th. Watsy in 5th. Lee in 6th. Johnny 7th. Instead in 8th. Beefy will get another crack at it for another lap, but stuck on the grid. Let's have a look at his line through here again. What's a move? He's going up the inside now. He's gone for a different line here. He's bringing it right into the action. He's going right alongside Beefy. He's up to 3rd, stuck on the grid. Beefy's got the inside though, so Stuck will have to slot in there, which he does. And then a little bit of contact there between him and Watsy, but not much there. But look at this, Beefy's still hanging on to 3rd. Stewboy's still hanging on to 2nd place. So he's like, oh, he's got my 2nd penalty. That's going to cost him massively when we get to the penalty zone. Beefy just needs to keep his car within a second and he'll have this. And here is the birthday boy, Mr. Nigel Mansnell, in the chat saying evening. Oh, this is going to be pushed. Oh, Stewboy's pulled out almost a second. This couldn't be enough to keep hold of 2nd place. It's probably enough to keep hold of the positions further back, as there we go, the lights are starting to come on all the cars as it starts to get dark here in the United Arab Emirates at the Marina circuit. Let's here we go. This is going to be crucial. Beefy's well within range of Stewboy. Stewboy will serve as penalty. Beefy goes on through. Now, will Watsy get up a place? He doesn't. Stewboy hangs onto a podium. Watsy goes up the inside though. And that's Watsy going for a move and getting himself up that place and into third place. It's Watsy up to third place. Stewboy down to fourth. Beefy's up in second now. Stuck in the midfield. Oh, cars on the wide. Oh, contact between Lee and Stewboy a little bit. Stewboy went really deep. Lee slammed on his brakes and managed to avoid damage there, but there was a little bit of contact. Stuck in the grid down to 6th. Wacky's up to 7th. So Wacky's having a great... He's come from nowhere from there. There's Sprinkler instead there. So they're having a nice little battle in the background. Stead running a little bit wide there in the background, but in 9th place is Stead. Johnny in 10th. He's got front end damage. It looks like he's had here somewhere recently. Corky then in 11th. And Deluxe in 12th place. Looks like he's managed to fix the issue that he's had, because he's now doing 1 minute 55s, which is up there with the pace of the front runners. Alex in the lead, 6.9 seconds, and then he's 7 seconds back. We have a Beefy in second. And it's Watsy in third. Watsy is having a cracking race here. Started in the top 3. Looking at a fish shot. All those Porsche headlights. As now the track lights come on. So Watsy running in third. He's got a nice gap now back to Stewboy in 4th. There's Lee in 5th. Can Lee get himself up to 4th? Looking for a move at the inside is Lee. This could bring Stuck into contention around the outside. Stuck's going to have the momentum here. It's still Wacky in 7th place. He's having some good pace from Wacky as well. 55.4s and 2 laps consistently on 4th and 5th lap. Sprinkler in 8th place. Stead in 9th. We've still got Johnny in 10th. And he's bringing along Corky for the ride in 11th. And then D-Logs in 12th. Now D-Logs really got to try and go for fastest lap. That could be the difference. He's really got to push for fastest lap, because he needs to take away potential points from this guy in front, from Alex, who's absolutely walking away with this one. This will be the last lap. So Alex in the lead. Beefy has a 1 second lead over Watsy. So failing anything going wrong for Beefy, this is going to be a podium finish for Beefy, which will be a phenomenal result for him. 3rd place at the moment is Watsy. So in 4th it's Stewboy. He's a 2nd in front of Lee in 5th. Now Stuck on the grid could come back and try and get that 5th place off of Lee. So Stuck on the grid in 6th. Lucky in 7th. He's having a phenomenal race as well. Sprinkle in 8th. He's in the slipstream of Lucky though. Then it's Stead in 9th still. Johnny in 10th with Corky in 11th. And D-Lux, who's had some problems, will get another lap in, so he can push for the fastest lap of the race. It's close. He's only a 10th off. He's got 1 more lap to do it. But it's this man in the lead at the moment. Now let's go back to that all-important podium. Look how close Beefy's getting here. As Watsy's going up the inside. Beefy gets the power down though, so he should be able to cover that one off. As it's close between these guys, we're going to jump back and have a look at how close it is between the cars further back. Look at this, how close it is between Lee and Stuck on the grid. It's close between these two as well. Stuck on the grid looking to get a cut back there. Quickly jump back to Beefy, see where Beefy is. He's half a second in front. Let's go to Alex, because he's about to take the checkered flag and take the race win with the fastest lap at the moment, going to Alex. Beefy, full box corner. He's going to take podium here in 2nd place. Watson gets third. Stewboy crosses the line in 4th. Lee takes 5th with Stuck on the grid in 6th. It's going to be Wacky in 7th. Sprinkle 8th. Stead in 9th. Johnny is going to come on through to take 10th place. With Corky taking 11th. And can D-Locks, can he do it? Can he take away that fastest lap? That's the only thing he can hope to do, is to take the fastest lap away. Can he do it? He's got a couple of corners left to do. He's had some issues. He was doing 2-minute laps for a while. Let's see what he can do through the final couple of corners. For the line for the fastest lap. Can he take it away? No, he misses out by a couple of attempts. Alex will take the maximum points here. D-Locks finishing in 12th place. Look at that. Everyone in the chat saying, so we've got happy birthday to Mr. Nigel Mansnell. Congratulations, guys. An awesome job. Beefy says Nigel. Beefy saying Watsy, another close finish. It was great racing between you two as the race went on. Watsy saying, love that one. Well done, team. Great race. Really good racing between all you guys. Let's save the replay whilst we still get a chance. And let's remind ourselves of those results. So, Alex takes the race win with the fastest lap as well. Beefy in second, Watsy in third, Stewboy in fourth place, Lee in fifth, stuck in the grid in sixth, with Wacky in seventh, Sprinkler eighth, Stead in ninth, with Johnny in 10th, Corky 11th, and D-Locks there in 12th with some issues. Finished 1 minute and 13 seconds behind. Wow, everyone chuck up in the chat who you think should get driver of the day. Also, drivers of the Porsche Cup, if you do have an overtake that you think was particularly good, please send it on over and we'll look at it for overtake of the week. Right, so we have only 10 likes on the stream at the moment. Come on, guys, there's definitely more than 10 of you watching at the moment. Let's get those like buttons in and get them locked in, and we will bring you the GR3 Masters coming up shortly in a second, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a couple of minutes for that. Right, everyone, we are back for the GT3 Masters here at Marina still. So we're just waiting for the guys to get into the lobby and get themselves organised, but a lot of love in the chat for Mr. Nigel Mansnell, and obviously it being his birthday. I don't know if, Nigel, can you confirm, is it your birthday today, or was it over the weekend? I know obviously you're away in the amazing Lake District. Love it up there. Me and my wife went up there a couple of years ago, and it is a beautiful part of the world. Here we go, the guys are slowly getting themselves in on the room. Let's remind ourselves of the GT3 Masters table and how things are hotting up. This one is close as well. Bearing in mind these guys are in completely different cars as well. It is mental to see how close this one is. So, no hassle there in 15th, with CJ in 14th. He's only done the one race but has got a second place finish. Let's see if he can repeat that tonight. Beefy in 13th and Fodder in 12th. Can he make it 4 in a row? 4 races. It could be for him with 4 fastest laps as well. He could be on maximum points for the 4 races he's completed. Then we've got Rich in 11th. Year Caleb in 10th. Race Lord in 9th. And then the top half of the table, this is where it starts to get close. Look how close this is. So Mike, Mario, and Sandanza all on the same points. So 6th, 7th, and 8th all on the same points. Audio Muted in 5th. He's only 3 points behind Ryanu in 4th. Then we got Hugo in 3rd there on 139 points. He's only 4 points behind Deluxe in 2nd, who's only 7 points behind Gavsky, who's winning the series at the moment on 150 points. Gavsky has only won 2 races all season, but Deluxe in 2nd hasn't won a race all season. He's got 3 second place finishes. Look at that. The top half of the table, it's more about consistency with the top half compared to the second half of the table. We're just waiting for Fodder, I think, is the only one that we're waiting on. Oh, okay. I don't know why. Nigel's just saying in the chat if why Fodder has been commenting on him, his comments are only showing for himself for some reason. Do not have a clue why that is happening. Do you know where he is at, Nigel? We are just waiting for Fodder to get into the room. He's the only one that we are waiting on. Ah, here he is. I don't know why Fodder's comments are only showing that. I'll have a look into that and see what's going on with that. Right, let's get rid of the tables off the screen. I believe that is all of the drivers in place. Let's give everyone a set of tyres for quali. So, for all of you that are new to the racing here at the G3 Masters, it's a 10-minute qualifier, followed by a 30-minute race, but there is tyre wear in this spot. So you need to use both the soft and the hard tyre. So you've got to go between the two. You can't just stick with one in the race, or you will get a lovely 1-minute penalty at the end of it. But you can pit as many times as you want. So you could just start on the hards, do a lap, get rid of them, and go softs off if you wanted to. Completely, the option is yours. Now, we do have a mixture of cars in the Masters. So we've got Lamborghinis, we've got Porsches, we've got Audis, we've got Mercedes and Ferrari on track tonight. There are a couple of McLarens in the series, but they are not racing tonight. So everyone seems to be ready. Let's get the qualifier underway and see what these guys can do. Who's he going to put us on board with tonight? Let's have a look. It's normally Mario, but that looks like a Mercedes, so I'm going to go with Hugo. No, audio muted. Will audio be the first one to get out of the bin? No, get Kayla's out. So it's Mario. Then the three trios of the Mercedes coming out together. Right, hello. My microphone decided to stop working there for a second, so I just had to unplug it and plug it back in. So apologies for that. I don't know how long that has been going on for. So apologies for that. Sorry, missing out on loads of the action here. Fodder is on his final lap. He is on pole position at the moment. So watch on board with him. Sandanza is going to try and cross the line. He's going to try and improve. He does improve, but it's not pole position. Mario is in third. He's on his final lap. Gavsky will stay fourth. So CJ is on his final lap as well. Fodder does improve, goes slightly faster, 53.445 for Fodder. So a great lap there for Fodder. CJ does improve at 54.4, gets himself up. Now let's see what Mario can do. And Mario get himself on the front row. Again, everyone, apologies for what happened there with the microphone. I don't know what happened there. I had to unplug it. D-Lock's got himself up to fourth, so that's a good riser position for D-Lock's. Mario's the last one to cross the line. And he punches it for the line. Can he get himself up a position? Ooh, almost improves it. He stays in third place. So it is Fodder who takes the pole position here at round 8 of the LBRacing series. Now let's have a look through those results. So Fodder on pole at 53.445. Sandanza second with 53.898. Then it's Mario with 54.1. D-Locks close behind with 54.2, then 54.3 for Gavsky, and the 54.4 there for CJ. So the top 6 quite close together from second down to 6th. Mike in 7th, Hugo there in 8th, Audio Muted in 9th, with Beefy in 10th, close between Audio Muted and Beefy, really close between them, and Gearkayla in 11th. Let's tell the guys to set their tyres for the race. So yeah, let me know guys, how long could you not hear me for then? Because then when I looked down at my Streamlamps, I realised that for some reason I think I've got a USB connector that runs between my microphone and the laptop, and so I've unplugged that and then just plugged the microphone, run the wire around the front of the desk and plugged it straight in, and it appears to be working. So I said apologies for that. I don't know what happened there. Let's have a look at how we're doing for likes and everything whilst we're getting these guys to ready on up. As I said before, if you haven't already, please hit the like button on the stream. It goes a long way at helping us out on the channel. Let's get a couple more likes in before we get the race underway. It would be really, really appreciated, and we'll bring you 30 minutes of GR3 Masters action here at Marina. That is looking beautiful at this time of day. Let's get this one underway. Can we get one more like on the stream before I press the start button? I'll keep refreshing it. Come on, give me one more like. Come on everyone, hit that like button. Get it on out there as far and wide as you can. I can see there's more of you watching. There's a like coming on in. Perfect. Let's get this one underway. Who's going to take the race win here in the Masters for round 8 of the Masters Championship at Marina? It's going to be Fodder on pole. Can Fodder do it again? Can Fodder make it 4 out of 4 with the fastest laps as well? False start checkers on. Watch those Mercedes in the background. They are fast off the line. Here the lights are on. And underway we go. And look at that. Mercedes in the background, but Fodder getting away well. Sandanza in second. Up the inside. Look at that. As D-Locks gets himself up to 4th. Good start from D-Locks. Gavsky in 5th. Sandanza under pressure from D-Locks. Sandanza dropping down to 4th. D-Locks up to 3rd. Gavsky up to 4th. So Sandanza dropping back, but he is on the hard tyre. We'll have a rundown of the tyre orders. We come on down here. We're still on board with Sandanza. We'll have a look at Mike there in 6th as well. He's moving up some positions. He's on the hard tyre as well. A little bit of a knock there between Hugo and almost. He does go round doesn't go into the barrier, but gets like a half spin on there. Right, let's have a race rundown of the order. So, Fodder in the lead of the race. He's 1.3 seconds clear. He's on the soft tyre. Over Mario in second on the soft tyre as well. Deluxe is on the hard tyre in third, with Gavsky on the soft. Now, Gavsky needs to get past him as quick as he can. He doesn't want another situation where he's stuck behind him. We don't want another position like that for Gavsky where he's going to get stuck behind. Deluxe is defending it. This is bringing Sandanza back into play. Gavsky is going to look try and sneak up the inside. He does, uses the soft tyre advantage and gets himself past Deluxe. That's crucial for Gavsky. He needs to now get on and get up to the back of Marina as fast as he can. So Deluxe is on hard tyre. CJ is on the soft, so he's another one that's going to want to get past Deluxe as fast as he can. Sandanza on the hard tyre. Hugo is on the soft, so he's going to want to get himself up there as fast as he can. Audio Muted is on the hard tyre, so is Mike in 9th. Beefy's on the hards as well, and Gear Kayla is on the hard tyres. So Gear Kayla can just run nice and long into this race after that little half spin, run himself for as long as possible. But at the moment, Fodder in the lead. He's 1.6 seconds clear of Mario. Mario's going to go for one better and go for a second place here at Yaz. 3 seconds in front of Gavsky, whose tyres are looking worn as anything. But we've got a little bit of a battle here behind between Deluxe and CJ. CJ in the Lamborghini. Looking at the outside. And here he goes. He goes for the go. Drag racing down the strip here at Yaz Marina. Let's see what he can do. He's got the inside to CJ. It's all about the braking here. He's got the better tyres to CJ as well. He's on the softs, whereas Deluxe is on the hards. Deluxe fights it back though. Not making it easy for anyone. He knows anyone he can hold up here that's on the softs is going to be advantage to Deluxe at the end of the race. CJ just needs to use the power now of that Lamborghini. Deluxe defending the inside. CJ goes to the outside. Is he going to try and cut back like what Gavsky did? Got a little bit out of sorts there to CJ, but he gets the power back down, and there he is up into 4th place and gets himself past Deluxe into the braking zone. And was there a little bit of a knock there? I think they all got away with that nicely. So that is CJ up into 4th, Deluxe down into 5th. Next up is Hugo on the softs to try and get past Deluxe. Then Sandanza, who's on the hards as well. Audio Muted in 8th place. Wow, Fodder's just on a 53.139 in race pace. That is an extremely quick lap. Beefy in 9th. There's Mike going very wide in the background on the hards. And Gear is catching up slowly but surely. They're in 11th place. Oh, yellow flags. We'll save the replay. Who's gone round? It looks like it might be... It's not Audio Muted, it's not Beefy, it's not Mike, it's Deluxe has gone round. He's got front end damage. Let's have a look at what happened with Deluxe. So here he is. He's in 5th. Oh, there's a knock from Hugo. Looks like a round goes Deluxe and into the barrier. So that will probably be looked at after the race. We've seen it on the stream. We will have a look at it and see what happens with that one. But Deluxe now down in 10th, and he's got front aero damage. That's going to cost him a lot of time. Fodder in the lead. What a lap from Fodder. That was one hell of a lap from Fodder. Mario in 2nd. He's having a great run as Mario. 54.3 was fast, almost a second slower than Fodder in the lead. Gavsky though in 3rd place, slowly catching up on Mario. We've then got CJ there in 4th. He's having a great run in the Lamborghini. He's cleared Hugo, who's in 5th, and Hugo running wide there. His tyres maybe a little bit going off the edge here, because Sandanza, who's on the hards, is right behind him. So Sandanza doing a great job on the hards. He's the fastest hard-running driver at the moment. And because we press the replay button, we get the lovely glitch of please refuel. I can tell you now that none of the drivers need to take fuel on board. So Sandanza doing a cracking job here. He's on the hards, 56.434 for Sandanza. Audio meters on the hards as well. He's had a good race out of Suzuka the last round, so interesting to see what Audio Muted can do tonight. Beefy as well on the hard. So all these guys that are further back on the hard, just biding their time until they get to use the soft tyre. Likewise for Mike. Same for Delox as well. Now Delox is the reverse strategy king. He goes every week out, starts on the hard tyre and gets himself up a few positions at the end of the race. So don't rule him out yet. He might have had a little bit of a spin, but don't rule out Delox for a very good points haul here tonight. We missed out Gear Kayla. There's Gear Kayla. So he can still see the guys in front. So this is good pace from Gear Kayla. Just needs to keep the guys in front in his view. But is this man in the lead? Last lap was a bit slow. Those tyres are starting to die a death for Fodder. Mario's tyres look in the same situation. So Mario trying to keep his tyres alive. Galski's tyres look slightly better on the Audi, so he's keeping the tyres alive well. But he is 6.5 seconds off the lead of the race. But in a good position tyre-wise is Galski. You can see Mario in front, you can see that second place in front. Oh, missing out drivers. So CJ has a half-second penalty to serve later on the next lap, so that'll drop him back from the podium pack just a little bit. Let's see what his pace is like at the moment. 55 dead for CJ. Hugo crosses the line. He did a 56, so a little bit slower there from Hugo. His tyres are going off a cliff. Sandanza on the hard. His tyres are not going off a cliff. He's got tyres to spare. He's in a great position with tyre wear to really capitalise on starting the hards here. He's at the point now where Hugo in front with his struggling tyres on the Mercedes is really starting to come back towards Sandanza. Sandanza is now within half a second, and look at that, setting a personal best first sector. And look how close he's able to get to the back of the Mercedes at the bottom of the hill. So starting on the hard tyres is starting to come in now for Sandanza. Now he gets the benefit of the slipstream as well, but he is only 16 seconds off the leader. So don't rule out Sandanza for a great finish in this race. Let me know in the chat who you're here supporting. Let me know who is here watching along tonight. Is Hugo going a bit wide. Sandanza getting the power down nicely and getting the move done and into 5th place. Can he keep it there with the power though that Mercedes has? Looks like he can. They're going to end. There we go. Hugo tucks in behind, so Sandanza does keep the position. So Hugo dropping down to 6th now. His tyres are dying a death. I wouldn't be surprised if we see him in at the end of this lap. Audio muted on the hard tyre. He's got a tyre obviously left 4 days. So does Beefy in 8th. So does Mike in 9th. Delox in 10th. Got loads of tyre left for him as well. And so does Gear Kayla in 11th. Fodder carries on for another lap. Wouldn't be surprised if we see him in at the end. And Mario is in. Mario knows his tyres are going off the cliff, so he's going for the undercut. And that through goes CJ. He's carrying on another lap in the Lamborghini. God, I did not think would have good tyre wear. Goes on through. Gavsky is coming out of the pits, and so is Mario Sandanza. Looks like he's going to go through, but we'll see as we get the other two coming out of the pits. And where are they? There's Mario, there's Sandanza. Sandanza goes on through. Hugo goes on through. Mario slots out in 5th. Gavsky slots out in 6th. Audio muted stays in 7th. So it's going to be interesting to see what pace Fodder can do on this lap. Look, you can see Mario and Gavsky not too far behind in the distance. And they've pitted. So Sandanza really needs a good outlap here. Sorry, not an outlap, a good in-lap. If he's coming in on this lap, that is. He's 2 seconds down on his personal best. This could be the undercut of the century performed by Mario and Gavsky. They didn't got much back position, but let's see if they are in traffic. Mario is maybe a little bit in traffic from Hugo. Obviously, Hugo stayed out on his softs, and how he's done that. His softs are almost completely gone. Mario's going to be all over the back of him. But here comes Fodder into the pit, so Fodder is in. Oh, as we go on board, CJ has gone on round. And look at this, guys are coming around. He might be able to spin that round. He's waiting, he's doing the right thing. He's going to be waiting a long time. If I was there, just get your power down and rev up the wheels and spin it round. He's gone around. Fodder's in and almost out. Sandanza, he's staying out for another lap. Hugo's into the pits. And where is Mario Lawless? He's gone up to 3rd place. Net 2nd on the road. Gavsky will be 3rd on the road. Audio muted in 5th now on the hard tyre. Beefy in 6th. Mike's up to 7th. Deluxe is in 8th. Hugo's out the pits. 3-second penalty for Hugo. It just goes from bad to worse for him. Kayla goes on through. And then CJ just coming up the pits. He's gone for another set of the soft tyre. Is he double stopping? I don't think he wasn't on the hard to start with, so he's got to pit again. Surely he's got to pit again. That's well, to be fair, last series we did see a 2-stop happen. So maybe that's the right thing to do. Fodder in the lead of the race. He's got 3.9 seconds. We're up to 4 seconds down over Sandanza in 2nd. Sandanza yet to pick. It was a very nice pole. Fodder's pace has been unreal. A 53.139 is very quick around here. So Sandanza yet to pick. Coming up to the halfway point of the race. I don't think we'll see him in for... I don't think we'll see him in for a couple more laps. He's got some good pace on the hard tyre. 56 is across the board. Last one of 56 again. What's Mario doing on them? He's done a 57.5. Gavsky's coming along here. Now only 6/10 off the back of Mario. We're going to see a battle here for 2nd. Audi versus Porsche. And then we've got Audio Muted still to pit as well. Beefy's still to pit. Mike is still to pit as well in 7th. Deluxe has still got pit in 8th. Kayla has still got pit in 9th. So it's going to move Hugo up a few positions when these guys pit. And then CJ, I believe, he is on the hard. It was a glitch we saw as he came out the pit, so he is on the hard. Unless he's pitted twice. Doesn't look like he has. So it was a graphics glitch. So he's got some guys to pit in front as well. So he might get himself back up the order a little bit here. At the moment, Fodder in the lead of the race, 4.5 seconds clear of Sandanza. And Gavsky's got himself up a position. Let's see if we can see where Gavsky's done that on Mario. It looks like he's just gone up the inside into the fast hairpin at the far end of the track. And yep, up the inside of Gavsky, getting the place done. Getting it done, getting what he needed to do. Up into 2nd place. 3rd on the road at the moment, but that will become 2nd once Sandanza pits. Mario getting nice and close there through the last corner. Mario's going to fight this one back. He's not going to let it go that easily. As I said before, everyone, we've got a lovely bit of information to bring you next week. We will be announcing the next charity event, the third in the series for this year. We wanted to do 4 this year, and we will get 4 in. Obviously, raise well in excess of, I think we're over £2,500. I'll need to double check, and obviously I'll bring information for you next week. But obviously, last one really good at this track as well, at Marina. The next one, we'll announce the track next week. We'll open up the registration next Monday during the stream as well. But the next one will be a really good one as well. Gearing ourselves up for the final one at the end of the year, which will be the big one, the big finale of the year. See how much money as a community we can raise for charity in 2026. Mario here hanging on to the back of Gasky, getting really nice and close to him. So Mario, as I said, not giving this one up in his 4th place at the moment. It will become 3rd place once Sandanza pits. Audio muted still to pit as well in 5th. So he's in a good position when he gets on those softs. Beefy in 6th. Same with D-Lox in 7th. He's got front end damage, so his pit stop will take a little bit longer. Then we've got Mike in 8th. Kayla in 9th yet to pit. Hugo has pitted, and so has CJ with that unfortunate spin round that we watched it happen live. Really unfortunate there for CJ. Going a little bit wide there over the curb. Fodder is 5.7 seconds clear, and then once Sandanza pits, that gap will go up even more. And the main battle on track at the moment is this podium place for 2nd and 3rd once Sandanza pits, and there's 1.2 seconds now between Mario and Gavsky, dropping it down to 1.1. And who gets the better drive up the corner? Looks like Mario has slightly, but he will be ever so slightly out of slipstream range. Will Mario. Not losing a lot of straight line speed there for Mario. Closing up nicely in the braking zone there, did Mario. Just needs to get it back under a second. If he can get it back under a second, then he'll just get that little benefit of the slipstream from Gavsky, and that will just enable him to pull himself ever so slowly further towards him. Obviously, then he gets to a point, then he'll start to get the dirty air from Gavsky, and the front end will start to wash out. And the Porsche, especially, there's a couple of corners on this track where if you're too close to the car in front, the Porsche just goes very light on the front end, so you've got to be super careful, especially on these hard tyres. Now, very surprised we haven't seen anyone come in for the double stop, because, for example, Gavsky could stop again. He could get himself on the soft here and go for fastest lap. If he thinks he can do a 53.139, which that's a very tall order of a lap to do. Gavsky staying on out. So is Sandanza is in the pits. Here we go. Getting the soft tyre on. Pit crew getting underway. No speeding in the pit lane here tonight, unlike Monaco. Audio muted in as well. Looks like Beefy's going on through for another flying lap. And he does. Beefy goes on through and up into 4th place. Sandanza now rejoins. Can get out for Beefy. That's going to be crucial. Where is Beefy? He does. He gets out in front of Beefy. That is crucial. He's now only got to make up 8.5 seconds on Mario in 10 minutes. So Beefy stayed on out for another lap. So did D-Lox. Audio muted is out and on the soft tyre now. Can he make those softs last on the Mercedes? It's going to be a tall order. Mike is out as well. Hugo stays out. He's obviously on the hard tyre from his earlier pit stop. So Gear Kayla has been in. Oh, 3-second penalty for Gear Kayla. That's really going to give CJ a chance, but Gear Kayla's on the soft. CJ's on the hard tyre. It's the battle of the Lambos in 10th and 11th. Fodder is 9.9 seconds clear in front. Still 55s on hard tyres. On his last lap, Gavski's got second lead over Mario. Now the main question is, what is the gap? It's down to 7.5 seconds. Now Sandanza is going to be really rapid on this lap, and then ever so slightly slower each lap that comes after, because the tyres will start to wear down. And he's got that gap down to 6.8 seconds to Mario. And then Gavski's only a second in front of that. Can Sandanza be the one to spoil the podium party? He's really caning it, getting that gap. It's down to 6.6 already. Beefy is into the pits. Stops the Ferrari, gets the tyres changed on the Ferrari. Deluxe is in as well. Now audio muted. Where is he going to slot on through this? He's coming down the start finish straight. Beefy is getting himself under the bridge now. Is it going to be enough from Beefy? Don't think it is. I think audio's probably going to slot just in front. Where is Mike going to slot in this? There's Beefy. There goes audio. Where is Mike? Mike slots in just behind Beefy, so there is Mike. Beefy stays in 6th. Deluxe comes out in 8th, just in front of Hugo in 9th. And then we've got CJ's got himself up into 10th place, so he has got himself up in front of Gear Kayla after Gear Kayla's served the penalty, but Gear Kayla's on the soft tyres, so expect to see Gear Kayla getting onto the back of CJ very quickly and pushing on to try and catch him. Fodder's got 10.7 second lead. He's going to, at this rate, he is going to make it 4 in a row with the fastest laps as well. There's Gavski in 2nd. He's got a 1.2 second lead now over Mario in 3rd, who's then got Sandanza is only 4.5 seconds behind now. Sandanza coming for the podium. Can he get himself that podium finish? 4.2 now. It's going to be under 4 seconds by the end of this lap. And it is. The only hope that Mario's got is tyre wear. He's flashing the lights at 53.7. He's flying at the moment, is Sandanza. Really pushing to get himself that podium place. It's not just a case of if I think he can catch Mario at this point. I think, can he catch Gavski? Can he take 2nd place away from Gavski? You can see them both in front now. He's getting closer and closer. Audio muted in 5th. He's got a bit of a gap now back to Sandanza in 4th. He's 17 seconds behind. Beefy in 6th, having another good strong race as Beefy. And then we've got Mike there in 7th. He's having a strong race, is Mike on the soft tyres. Deluxe in 8th. Hugo in 9th place. Yeah, Kayla has got himself up to 10th, and he's hunting down Hugo. Hugo's on the hards, Gear Kayla on the softs. A late charging Lamborghini. Of Gear Kayla. CJ hanging on in there on the hard tyre. Trying to get as much out of the tyre as he can. He is still within touching distance of Hugo. Let's jump back now. So Fodder in the lead. Gavski in 2nd. He's pulled out a 2-second gap over Mario in 3rd. Here is Sandanza. Sandanza slow. Sandanza's hit the wall. What's happened here? It was really close between them. And here comes through Sandanza. Oh, took the first one. Oh, keeps it semi out of the barrier. That's going to be Mario's saving grace. Sandance's car is going to feel really off balance now, but he's got a big enough gap back to Audio Muted in 5th. He should be able to hang on to 5th here. Beefy is really coming back now at Audio Muted. That Ferrari has got tyres for days left on it, compared to Audio Muted in 5th. Yeah, Audio Muted, his tyres are going off a cliff, but Beefy's in that Ferrari, he's wrapped him up in cotton wool, it looks like, because he's got absolute tyres for days. He could probably do another 20-minute race with those softs on. So he's only got to make up 1.5 seconds, and then he's right back up in the action here. So let's see what Beefy can do. Down to 1.1. There's what's in the chat saying, come on, Mario. Looks like I think with Sandance having a little incident, in the words of Charles Leclerc, I think that's going to be another podium for Mario here tonight. As long as nothing tragic happens. Just under 3 minutes left, so we should get 2 laps in here. Beefy's got 2 laps here to catch up to Audio Muted. Fodder in the lead by 10.9 seconds. Gowski in 2nd place. He's 3.5 seconds clear now of Mario in 3rd. He's got a 6.5 second lead back to Sandancer, who's got that front area damage and that front wheel damage. That's put him back down into the 57s now, which is definitely enough for Mario to keep hold of 3rd place. Audio in 5th with, look how close Beefy's getting behind. Beefy could be on for a 5th place finish here. Well, he got a podium earlier on in the night. Can he then make it a top 5 finish in the Masters? Audio defending the inside, Beefy going to the outside. Beefy's got more tyres than what Audio does, and we'll look for the cut back here. Needs to get good exit, which he does. And look at this, 1.6 now the gap, 1.5, 1.4, 1.3, 1.2, under a 10th. Pulls that, looking for the inside, into the braking zone. Can he get it stopped in time? All runs a little bit deep. Audio fights it back. Beefy's got the inside to the next one, and Beefy looks like gets the position there. Audio did fight it back, tried to go around the outside, but Beefy just got to the next apex in front. That drops Audio down 6th and Beefy up to 5th. Mike there in 7th. He could have a look on the last lap at Audio here. D-Lock's in 8th. Giacchela up to 9th. He'll be really happy with that after his incident on lap 1. Hugo in 10th. With CJ there in 11th. But on his last lap now is Fodder. 11.5 seconds in the lead over Gavsky in 2nd. Mario is in 3rd. He's on the last lap now as well. Sandanza across the line. He gets another lap in. Beefy will come on through. He should get another lap in as well. He's got 20 seconds to cross the line. And he does. Audio Muted will get another lap in. Mike is really pushing on now for Audio for the 6th place. Mike's got no tyres and neither does Audio. D-Lock's got loads of soft tyres. D-Lock's to get 2 laps in the last lap. Giacchela gets another lap in, and Hugo slows him down and gets another lap in. Didn't think he meant to there. CJ crosses the line. He did a 53.547. He did an extra pit stop and went back onto the softs. Went for fastest lap, so he finishes in 11th place. Now let's go back to Mike there in 7th. He's all over the back of Audio Muted, but surely D-Lux, who's got more time than both of them, is going to be really hoping he can get up 2 positions here. Could be crucial to D-Lux's championship. As Mike is looking for the inside, D-Lux really went on the brakes from D-Lux. gets the car slowed down. Audio meter's only half a second behind audio, and now Deluxe is only 3/10 behind Mike. This is going to be a photo finish between the three of them, but we will have to drop back to fodder, as we will try and stay with Deluxe as long as we can, see if he gets moved down. He doesn't. Right, over the fodder. Fucking makes it 4 from 4 with the fastest lap. He crosses the line and takes the win at round 8 of the LBRacing series, going to fodder. Gavsky will cross the line and he'll take second place. Will Gavsky. Mario will take another podium. It's 3 out of 3 for Mario in the podium. Sandanza will finish in 4th. Beefy will take 5th, but we just want to drop back to this little action here. Mike and Deluxe. Here we go. What is Deluxe going to do? Goes clear on the outside. Does Deluxe. Let's jump back to Beefy. Beefy takes 5th place. Audio Muted hangs on to 6th. Deluxe will take 7th. Mike takes 8th. Gear Kayla will take 9th. Good result for Gear Kayla with being last on the last lap, get back 2 positions, great result there. And Hugo will finish in 10th with CJ in 11th, but Fodder 4 from 4, fastest lap. He's got to try and do it again next week and take 5, surely. There he is, there's Fodder taking the race win, pole position and clean race for Fodder. Let's save down the replay there. So let's go through those results. So Fodder there, fastest lap of the race of 53.139, which is just wow. What a lap that is from Fodder. Gavsky in 2nd, Mario 3rd, Sandanza 4th, Beefy in 5th, Audio Muted 6th, Deluxe in 7th. Great move from Deluxe going on the outside of Mike. Mike finishing in 8th, Gear Kayla in 9th, Hugo finishing 10th, and CJ finishing in 11th place. Let's have a look at the chat. Mario saying that was tense. Hard, super slippery. Thanks, Watsy. Beefy saying that was awesome. Sandanza saying nearly had you, Mario. That you did. Yeah, I definitely think podium was on Sandanza, but a good 4th place finish on the reverse strategy. Sandanza saying great race. Absolutely phenomenal racing from all of the drivers involved here tonight. We'll be back next week. We are at, let me consult the old calendar because I don't remember off the top of my head. And there's saying well done Beefy there from audio in the chat. Well done everyone, good stuff. Everyone says CJ there in the chat as well. Let's just consolidate. Where are we next week? Just to remind myself. Oh yes, Road Atalanta. The penultimate round, Road Atalanta next week. I know I was avoiding racing Gavsky because I knew you would catch up later on. Yeah, 100%. It was a close one between, well, for the podium finishes. It was close as it always is tonight. As I said, we'll be back next week for more action. This time at Road Atalanta. Tune in then, and we will bring you the big announcement of the next charity race then. I will catch you in the next one. Thank you everyone for tuning in and watching. If you haven't already, please like the stream, and also if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. If you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You can tune in every week for the action, and we will then, once this series finishes in 2 weeks time, we'll be bringing fun races on a weekly basis until we start the next series. So I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks everyone for watching.